Barcelona's summer window handed the club a headline and a puzzle in one breath. Rooney Barça, a 19-year-old winger signed from FC Copenhagen, is officially part of Barça's Champions Liga squad and will wear the No. 28 shirt in Europe. Yet domestically, his La Liga registration remains unresolved. That contradiction is where tonight's story lives, a talented teenager sitting on the brink of the biggest stages while a wage cap and registration technicality keeps his domestic status in limbo. The simplest way to understand the drama is to split the problem in two, UEFA rules and La Liga rule. UEFA allows Barcelona to place Bardi on their main Champions League list, which means Hansi Flick could call on him for European matches despite the ongoing domestic paperwork. It's a legal route clubs sometimes use to get promising players onto continental rosters when domestic caps bite. On the other side, La Liga's strict salary cap system forces clubs to demonstrate room under the wage ceiling before new contracts can be registered for the first team. And until Barcelona can free up or create that space, Barça's official La Liga nameplate will stay pending. Full stay pending. From the player's perspective, Barça has been calm and straightforward. He says he expects the issue to be solved, and that first-team integration was always the plan. In his recent comments he said, "I think it will be ready," and added that he wouldn't have signed if a reserve, only plan had been the expectation. That confidence matters, both as a psychological sign that the player believes in his pathway and as a message to fans who worry that paperwork equals sidelining. Yet the administrative reality is real. Barcelona did the sensible thing for the moment by including him where they could, leveraging UEFA rules, while they continue to sort domestic business. So what does this mean for Hansi Flick and Barcelona's season? Practically, it buys Flick an option. If Champions League minutes are needed, Bardi can be on the bench and possibly on the pitch in Europe, giving the manager a chance to test a young, direct winger on football's biggest nights. Tactically, a small, quick, dribble-happy winger adds depth and unpredictability. And for a coach managing a heavy schedule, a fresh, hungry 19-year-old can be the perfect late-game spark. But there's also risk. Relying on a player who's not yet cleared domestically creates a strange roster management puzzle and may limit how often the club can rotate him into La Liga matches until the paperwork is settled. The most likely practical outcome is a temporary hybrid solution. Use him where permitted, aim to rework the books by January, and if possible, switch him officially into the first team registration. Several outlets covering the club's deadline day moves have already signaled that Barcelona intends to revisit situations like this once they free up salary cap room. For Bardi himself, the arc is compelling. He's a teenager who has played over 100 senior games at Copenhagen and arrives at one of world football's biggest clubs with a clear belief that he belongs. That confidence, mixed with the chance to appear in Champions League fixtures, could accelerate his development faster than an immediate reserve team stint. Fans should be excited because the kid's trajectory is exactly the sort of low-cost, high-upside gambit that can pay off hugely if the talent matches the moment. But they should also temper expectations. Registration mechanics and club finances are not romantic, and they will influence minutes and appearances until Barcelona resolves the wage cap picture. Finally, this situation is a signpost for modern football. Talent, money rules and clever rule reading often collide. Clubs now must be as adept at paperwork as they are at scouting. For Rooney Barça, the next chapters are simple to predict in outline, but hard to guarantee in timing. More minutes in Europe could arrive first, domestic clearance could follow later, and January might be the real turning point. Keep an eye on squad lists, keep an ear on what Flick says after match days, and watch how Barcelona juggle their books. If everything goes according to plan, a 19-year-old wearing Note in Europe could soon be wearing the same confidence and purpose every week in La Liga.